Okay, so this is the hair choice that was made today. We're not talking about it. Okay, hola babes. So today I am making a video talking about regrets. I did try to film this once before, but I regretted it. I'm just kidding. My brother and sister were being little bitches. Anyway, so I wanted to make this video talking about this for a while now. I just didn't know how to properly phrase it. And I know how weird it sounds, living my life without regrets. I sound like a fucking super villain. I'm not gonna fuss with my hair in this video. That's gonna be hard, but I'm not. You sound like a fucking super villain. But I kinda had to come to this decision. It was more of an epiphany. So a little backstory on me, because one of my favorite things to talk about is myself. Thinking when I look like this, oh my god, this is a video about regrets and I'm regretting everything about this. Okay. So I grew up with a really bad anxiety disorder. It started showing up when I hit puberty, and I didn't know at the time, an anxiety disorder mixing with my naturally very overdramatic kind of personality just really was not a good time. It led to a lot of overthinking and focusing on everything that I had ever done that I had deemed wrong, and just kind of my mind going crazy and being well, you could have done this and this and this to change this, and if you could only go back in time. And I would just spend all of my time hoping and praying that a time machine would appear, or sometimes a TARDIS or some shit, and I would just be swept up and taken away, and I could redo everything that I had ever done wrong or felt that I had done wrong. And then I sort of came to the epiphany, the conclusion, once I was hospitalized, and I was made to take medication. It was a sort of voluntary choice, but kind of involuntary, you know what I mean? I was put in the situation, and it really wasn't much of a choice. I'm glad it happened, and once again, no regrets. But it was kind of weird. When I was given medication, it became a lot easier to control the overthinking side of my brain. It became a lot easier to control the anxious part of my brain that was always overthinking and always thinking about all these regrets that I made, with help from therapy. With therapy and everything, I was able to, they were always telling me, you can't go back and change things that have happened, and you're the person you are now because of what has happened. And if you wanted to change that person, and you shouldn't really want to change that person because that's who you are, you shouldn't want to change the parts of you that make you who you are and things like that, unless they're bad and shit, and then you're murdering people, then look, you should have regrets. If you're out there murdering people, you should have regrets, unless they deserved it. That's fucked. I shouldn't say that. I'm not gonna edit that out. And and it took a while for that to sink in, and then finally I had this epiphany and this moment where I was I don't want to change I in my lifetime have gone through some very fucked up things. Some of my own doing, some things that I couldn't control, and just, life. It happens. You don't really have that much control over it, and you don't really decide what happens and how it's gonna happen, but it happens, and you just gotta deal with it. And I spent a lot of my time focusing on these really shitty... So I spent a lot of my time focusing on these really shitty moments and wishing that I could go back and change them. And then just one day I was I stopped myself and had a conversation with myself, and I was just you don't need to do this. There's nothing you can do. You can only focus on things that you can actively change. You're putting all your energy into all these things. And once again, this is the stuff that my therapists and doctors and things had been telling me for so long, and it just finally clicked one day. But when that happened, I felt this relief flood over me, and fast forward how many years? Fast forward from that moment of having that epiphany to now, which was 3 to 4 years, and It's honestly getting me into trouble, this whole live life without regrets thing, because I don't look back. Things happen and you just gotta be like, fuck it. It's honestly such a relief, especially for someone with anxiety, to just like kind of talk myself. And when I don't have my medication, I have no control over it. When I don't have my medication, I'm fucked. I'm fucked. I'm fucked. I can't do all the things that I wish I could do when I don't have my medication. It's fucked. And I don't really have that much control over my emotions and my anxiety, so that makes it hard. But when I do have my meds, it's easy for me to live a life of no regrets. And trust me, when I say I live a life without regrets, I mean I live a life without regrets. Fuck whoever I want, I do whatever I want, I eat whatever I want, and I just focus on changing the things that I can change. It was like this fucking epiphany, and I know some of you are gonna watch this and be like, yeah, that sounds so fucking easy. Listen, I had to go to fucking therapy. I had to take medication. I had to go to a fucking psychiatrist. I had to do a lot of shit to be able to come to the point that I am in right now. And sometimes that's what you need to do. You need to go out and look for some outside help and be like, hi, yes, I have these things that I cannot control, and they're fucking with me, and I can't stop thinking about them. Could you help me? And sometimes they'll give you medication. Sometimes they'll offer you therapy. Sometimes they'll be like, bitch, you're just fucked up. Like, we gotta send you away. And I can sit here and, with a straight face, without lying, tell you that I have no regrets. I do not regret any of the choices that I've made so far. And I try to push forward and keep going as making no regrets. If I make a stupid mistake, it's because I made a stupid mistake and I can learn from it. But I can't spend all my time worrying and letting, like, the worry and the wishing and the hoping and the wanting to just go back destroy me, because I was letting it, and it was nasty and it was gross, and I'm never going to do it again. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Oh my god, that last like paragraph really took it out of me. Okay, yeah. I make new videos every week, or at least I try to. My hair, I was fussing with my hair throughout this entire video, so please leave a comment about that. Yeah. Adios, babes.